Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Academy Ambala. Today we are going to begin with first chapter of history, and this chapter talks about what, where, how and when. Actually, these are the four questions which history tries to answer. Here in this chapter we are going to find out answers of these questions. These days, you could be spending time watching old albums, old videos, maybe going through baby books which keep your record of the day you were born, your first teeth, your first step, etc. All these records are kept by your parents. So this is your history from the day you were born to today. Now ask your parents about their childhood. They'll talk about their bigger families they used to live in with their cousins, grandparents, and they had only one black and white TV with a long antenna. Telephones came probably very late and were landlines, and common means of transport were bus, train, and cycle. Now, if you ask your grandparents, they'll talk of much older times when steam engines were considered as the fastest means of transport, and if you are fortunate enough to have your great grandparents, they would have probably traveled on foot or used animals. Here we were talking about your family, but history is much more than your family history. Now let's move on to the main topic, that is finding out what happened. If you want to search what happened yesterday, you could listen to radio, watch television, read a newspaper, and if you want to search about the last year, you can ask somebody who remembers. But what about long ago? Let us see how it can be done. Before moving further, let's discuss what is the meaning of history. History is simply defined as the study of the past events. It talks of how human beings started, what were the major milestones that we achieved, how it influenced our way of living, our eating habits, our clothing, houses, and our transport system. The period for which no written record is available is known as prehistory. Now find out the river Narmada on this map. People have lived along the banks of this river for several 100,000 years. Some of the earliest people who lived here were skilled gatherers and hunters. People who gathered their food, they knew about the vast wealth of plants in the surrounding forest and collected roots, fruits, and other forest produce for their food. Now find out the Suleiman and Kirthar hills to the northwest, some of the areas where women and men first began to grow crops such as wheat and barley about 8,000 years ago are located here. You can trace out the other areas like the river Indus and its tributaries, locate the Ganga and its tributaries. In ancient times, the area along these rivers to the south of the Ganga was known as Magad, now lying in the state of Bihar. Its rulers were very powerful and set up a large kingdom. Kingdoms were set up in other parts of the country as well. People traveled from one part of the subcontinent to the other for some of the purposes, like in search of livelihood, to escape from natural disasters, conquering others' lands, selling goods, for religious teachings, for searching or the spirit of adventure. These movement of people enriched our cultural traditions. People have shared new ways of carving, composing music, and even cooking food over several hundred of years. Now move on to the next topic, finding out about the past. There are several ways of finding out about the past. One is to search for and read books that were written long ago. These are called manuscripts. These were usually written on palm leaf or on specially prepared bark of a tree, which grows in the Himalayas. Another way of recording the things at that time was inscriptions. Inscriptions are relatively written on hard surfaces such as stone or metal. Sometimes kings got their orders inscribed so that people could see, read, and obey them. There are other kinds of inscriptions as well, where men and women recorded what they did. For example, kings often kept records of victories in the battle. There were many other things that were made and used in the past. Those who study these objects are called archaeologists. They study the remains of buildings made of stone and bricks, paintings and sculptures. Some of the things which archaeologists used to search or to study history were bones, remains of plants or pieces of wood have been burnt. They survive in charred form. Historians. What are historians? Historians are the scholars who study the past, often use the word source to refer to the information found from the manuscripts, inscriptions, and archaeology. Here we can see the pictures of human bones, burnt grains, beads, pots, broken jewelry pieces of the early human. Did you notice the title of this book, Our Past? The writer has used the word past in plural to draw attention to the fact that the past was different for different groups of people. For example, the lives of herders or farmers were different from those of kings and queens. The lives of merchants were different from those of craftspersons, and so on. Also, as is true even today, you have already learned about diversity in your civics chapter. People follow different practices and customs in different parts of the country. For example, people living in Andaman Islands get their food by fishing, hunting, and collecting forest produce. But the people living in cities depend on others for food supplies. These type of differences existed in the past as well. Now move on to the last topic. What does dates mean? In history, the years are counted from the date generally assigned to the birth of Jesus Christ, the founder of Christianity. Here you can see BC is written. The word BC means before Christ. You will sometimes find AD before dates. This stands for two Latin words, Anno Domini, meaning in the year of Lord. So 2012 can also be written as AD 2012. Sometimes CE is used instead of AD and BC. We use these terms because the Christian era is now used in most countries of the world. CE stands for Common Era. Now, it's the time to revise what we have discussed in today's topic. We have discussed how archaeologists find out about what food early people used to eat, what type of clothes they wore, which type of houses they used to live in. Under where we discussed the areas where were the early humans started farming, setting up villages. Under how we discussed what are the means archaeologists use to study about the history. Under when we discussed about the dates. With this, I would like to end my topic. I hope this video will help you in understanding the chapter What where, how, and when. All the best, children.